Nigerians are worried about the spate of insecurity in the country. There are fears that the 2023 election may not hold in some parts of the country where insecurity is yet to be curtailed. Although the president and his service chiefs assured that the 2023 general election will hold, in spite of the security threats or challenges to the exercise in some parts of the country. This promise had been made several times. Until now, there has been no end to it. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, also confirmed the security situation in its recent disclosure. 242 polling units with 142,261 registered voters in 10 local government areas in Katsina State were under serious security threats and may likely to be affected in the forthcoming general election. Self-determination, they say, denotes the legal right of people to decide their own destiny. This is another area experts see as a threat to the forthcoming election, as the Nigerian government has failed to humbly treat the situation. Public affairs analyst Femi Adewale is with me in the studio to discuss these topical issues. You're welcome to Political Matters. I'm Michael Adekunle. I'll be right back. Welcome back to the program. Femi, good to see you.
Nice to meet you too.
All right. Yeah. Nigerians are expecting something special, in terms of insecurity from the president. And I believe we Nigerians cannot stop talking about insecurity in terms of combating it if the federal government fails to do the needful. I believe without drastic approach, without any compromise is needed to combat insecurity in Nigeria. Now, the INEC stated something of recent that if care is not taken, the 2023 election, I'm talking about the February poll, could be postponed if insecurity is not well dealt with. Okay. Now, what's your take on this and how do you see it?
My take on this is that, first of all, let's look at this issue of insecurity. It is whose responsibility? The insecurity. I'm talking about, is it federal government or state government or local government, or also even our traditional
security architecture?
Should they be participating in it? What they call insecurity is supposed to be a conjoined effort. It's a combined effort. It's not something that somebody will sit down there and say it's your responsibility. No, it's everybody's responsibility. I want to take some instance. Go look at Kogi State. Before you will hear the 2-3 news, you will hear about attacking Kogi State. But their governor did a very marvelous job there. The insecurity there reduced. Look at what just happened at Edo State, where they kidnap people. Look at the combined effort. Federal government, effort from federal government, and from state government, even the local people, vigilante, all of them, they came together. And before you cut that crop, they have almost, all of them, they are almost rescued. I think it remained 2. So, when people are even talking about this insecurity, something comes to my mind that, is there really insecurity or people that want to even destabilize this country? And some people are ready to condone them. That's the problem. If you have a house and your son decided to scatter your house, if you allow that child, he will succeed. But if you don't allow that kind of a child, you beat him, you spank him, you make sure that everything is in order. We are talking about government. When we talk about government, it's not somebody there sitting down in Abuja that is government. We are talking about me and you, everybody, 200 million people. We are the one that say, okay, this is our leader. And now when we give you that power, you're supposed to use it, then we support you. So we are going precisely about this 2023 of 18. The ball is in the government court. They were the one that want to do the election. To me, what remains for Buhari now, what he want to achieve now is to conduct a credible and clear election. I think that's his only goal now. Now, if you allow nepotism and some lackadaisical attitude to win your goal, then it's your problem. That's your own issue. So I think all of them, they need to sit down and do something, and all of us, we have to support them. We have to support them. Now, let me add this. If they see that the insecurity threat will be too much, there's no problem if they shift it. The 2015, you postpone it a bit. In 2015, I think so, when we wanted to do the election, and they see that
was in 2019.
Was it 2019?
The contest between
I remember
Atiku and Buhari.
If maybe it's even happened in 2015, because I could remember Jonathan was there when they wanted to do election during the gap period. They wanted to do the election, and it was a bit postponed. Then they went to Borno. That time, the major insecurity threat Nigeria have then was Boko Haram, and they went to Borno and they do a marvelous job there. They conquered them to some extent. Then the election was conducted. So if in a particular place, when they see that maybe there's security threat, they can, if they want to pause, and if they see that the place is too scanty for that, they cannot delay 200 million people because of this one. If election will not be held there, that's their own problem.
Now, this is not the first time we've been listening to the president talking about combating insecurity in the country. Of course, of recent, like I said earlier on, that the president and his service chiefs have said that there won't be no problem in the coming election. But about 50 attacks have been recorded from between 2019 till date. That I'm talking about on INEC offices. Now, don't you think there is going to be a problem if this is not decisively dealt with?
That's where I'm coming from. You know, I've said that. Sorry to say, we agbára òjò kò ní lòun ò ní léwó, onílé ni ò ní gbà fún. Sorry to say, that's a Yoruba adage pé agbára òjò ní lòun ò ní léwó. Some people, there are some people there, bad element, they don't want this election to be held, and they are sending signal. It's more or less like a terrorism attack. They are sending signal that this election you cannot hold it. Okay, you go and burn your office. If you say you will not hear. But we are talking about federal government. We are talking about government. Tawu bomb monkey. You are talking about government. If they want to deal with them, they know these people. That's what I'm saying, that if you try to pamper them, those people that are causing problem, and you try to pamper them and you allow them to destroy your goal, if they disallow you to conduct, then you are a weak government. I don't like a government that gives excuse.
What I'm even trying to say, in essence, is that can we believe the president by his word? Can we take him by his word? You know, this is a president that...
You know, my problem with Buhari is that he's a slow action taker. He like to drag things. Maybe, I don't know, his own style of a thing is too sluggish for me. The way he do his own thing. Because he will keep on coming out. That thing, he may eventually do it too, but the process, I don't know, maybe, could it be Obasanjo that is there, and Obasanjo will promise you about security? Immediately you will see the result.
Because Femi, it's not all about...
You will see the result too.
It's not all about delivering free, fair and credible election. It's all about tackling the insecurity before that time. Because whether we like it or not, people will be going out to vote.
That's the problem.
The electorate will go out there
and
to vote.
My message to the people that are going to destroy INEC office is that it cannot work. Election will be held. In your area, if you say election will not be held, you are just trying to... you are doing yourself. You are doing yourself. Election will be holding. Even in that area that you are born in, INEC office, INEC can use anywhere. We call it INEC. They can use anywhere. If you burn this place, they can rent a place. Unfortunately, it's your tax money that they will use to build another one. You burn that one, they will still build another one. They will still build another one. So if they continuously burning INEC office, they are doing themselves. That's my message to them. There is nothing you can do about this 2023 election. It will be held. Nothing is sure more than that. People that will die will die. People that will remain. That's if you want to, and if you want to sacrifice your own life because of a 2023 election, you are free. So many have gone. So many have gone. So if you die today, it's just -1. I pity them.
Okay, on the same insecurity issue we are treating, where last week we were able to meet the public relations officer of Lagos State, talking about the police public relations officer in Lagos State here concerning security issues in Lagos State. And he said so many things, and which I would like to share with you people. Let's quickly check the videos. I'll be right back.
We are assured of better security this year. We intend to make sure that election security this year is way better than what we had the previous time. So, coupled with the ICES, the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security, which has membership from all the major stakeholders, INEC, police, and security agencies. So we've been working tirelessly to ensure that this year we have the best election yet. But nonetheless, there is no major threat to election security this year. Like I said, ICES has been constituted, and it has commenced work, and everything that could remotely constitute a threat to election are being identified, and that is not something to worry about. Nonetheless, it's one of the things being taken into cognizance, but we can assure Lagosians that we are on top of our game to ensure that they have a peaceful election.
Welcome back to the program. Now, you've seen the video, and I believe you also have some contributions to make concerning the video. In that interview, we had several discussions. Of course, the one you just watched is the one we're talking about right now. Lagos State is a state we all know that the chief security officer of the state, I'm talking about Governor Sanwo-Olu, has really tried, in terms of combating crime in the state. Not only Sanwo-Olu, the ex-governors like Fashola, Ambode also tried in making sure Lagos State, was secured in their own tenure. Now, this is an election coming up in Lagos State. How do you think the security apparatus in Lagos State would work?
It will work. You see, you have said, you have given us some instances, the precedents, how Lagos State has always been secured. I don't have any fear.
Yes, compared to other states.
Yes, I don't have any fear in Lagos State when it comes to time of election. As you see, this Lagos State, you may have some sorts of maybe things that you'll be worried about concerning insecurity, but Lagos State has combated many insecurity something, and we have won. We won them. I remember Bado in Ikorodu. We won them. We couldn't hear about them again. I could remember where some stupid people started kidnapping at our creek here, all this area of Ogun State here. We conquered them. So Lagos State.
Even the issue of our boys.
So Lagos, forget about Lagos State. I trust what he what he said. So if there are some stupid element that they don't waste their life, that's just it. That's the word. If you want to cause a wala, Lagos State, we know they hear nonsense.
Okay, of course, Lagos State is not only the state in the western region. We have the likes of Osun State, Ondo State, Ogun State, and don't forget that Ondo State is a state that has experienced terrorist attack over the years. How best do you think election can be conducted, and how do you think the lives of the electorate that will be going out to cast their votes for their preferred candidates will be protected?
To be sincere, what we just say about Lagos State is almost peculiar to Southwest. In Southwest here, we have the way we usually reason. Except if it is presidential election, I don't see any threat. But governorship, there may be a little rancor, and at the end of the day, everything will come back to normal. Southwest here, we are not like that, like killing people because your candidate lose. Except we see maybe they cheat, the one party cheat the other. There may be just be a little maybe argument or crisis. Anything after that one, people usually come back to normal.
Don't forget, it is a different election entirely. You know, it's a very different, it's a very dicey one.
It's a very dicey one. The dynamics
of politics is
but we are liberal. Okay. Southwest, we are liberal people. As you are looking at me, I have my own candidate. But despite that, I look at left, I look at 3 of them. I don't see any one of them that I can count on because I've listened to so many promises that they cannot come to pass. So this day, if I listen to this one, listen to this one, I just close my eyes and take one. I just take one out of them. So out of the 3, give 3 of them. If any of the 3 win, whatever they do, I will not be surprised. I don't expect anything from 3 of them.
The 3 the candidates?
Me, okay. I mean, like, my heart is so precious to me. The one they did to me in 2015, I'm still not seeing it. So I will now say because one president is coming, I will not be able to sleep that one president is coming that will normalize everything. Who born you? I've said this that, we discussed when we come here. You say, the man may not want to fuck up. I say, you may not all of them, they may not want to fuck up. But what if they fuck them up? They elect you. You yourself, you are coming, I don't want to fuck up. But some people are coming there to fuck you up.
Just like the way Nigerians were optimistic.
Yes,
about,
now.
Buhari in
2015. No question you ask APC in 2015 that they will not give you answer. I listened to Sibajo. I listened to this man in Anambra, in Gigi. I listened all of them. Word in their words. But when they came in, what do we see? Modular refinery. They promised us, they say, why are we going to destroy modular refinery now? We call those guys, come, let's do this, let's do that. Is it agriculture? We are going to build a storage facility. So we buy it from the... After that one, what do we see now? How many storage facility federal government build that you yourself, you hear? So the same way Southwest people, we are liberal people. So if you say it is Tinubu you want and Tinubu miss it, Atiku come there. You support Atiku, you support APC, I support PDP. We are brothers. That's how I see it in Southwest, right. Especially if it is presidential. The only area I see challenge is issue of governorship election. But if it is presidential,
Okay, we are coming back to that. Taking a look at the crisis rocking the eastern region of the country, I'm talking about the Anambra, Imo State, Enugu State, and some other states in the eastern part of the country. Of course, we all know that the crisis there has generated into something that is really becoming unbearable to the citizens of that region. Now, the recent interview with Peter Obi at the Chatham House speaks volume about insecurity in that region. Of course, the agitation for Biafra nation has been going on for a very long time, which we've not seen an end to it. But does Peter Obi really have answers to insecurity in that region? And looking at Nigeria as a whole, does Peter Obi have that capacity to curb insecurity? Let's quickly check this video. I'll be right back.
I condemn all agitators, but in condemning them, you have to look at what brought about these agitations all over the place. It's not only IPOB. We have Yoruba Nation movement. We have all sorts. When you have created this level of massive poverty, where 63% of your population is poor, you're going to create all sorts of problems. I was speaking to a British minister this morning. I said we have about 40% unemployment. And we have about 60% youth unemployment. Young people in their productive age doing nothing. If you have 15% unemployment in Britain today, you're going to have massive, remember, agitation. Nobody will be able to leave his house. So what you're seeing is a cumulative effect of leadership failure over the years, which will be solved by good governance. When people start seeing justice, fairness, an inclusive government and doing the right thing, all those things will start reversing itself. And that is what me and that is offering. I will talk and discuss with all agitators. There's nothing wrong in that.
You're welcome back. Now, you saw what happened at the Total House. Why are you breathing?
Yeah, I have to breathe because I pity the man.
Wow.
I pity Obi.
You pity Obi just like Tinubu. I think we still need to check out that video where Tinubu said, Obi. Does it really mean the man doesn't have the answers to solving insecurity in Nigeria?
You see, he can only do his own best. I've told you this issue of insecurity. I've told you that I don't really see insecurity. I see some element of people that they want to hijack this country. They want to tear it apart. And I see some impunity. Okay. I see some nepotism. I see some people that are supposed to stand up to their responsibility are treating this case with a kid glove. I don't know reason why. Number one is Mr. President at the top. Number two is our governor. You know, this security matter is not responsibility of one tier of government. I said from presidency to the from federal to state, even to the local government. I even mentioned our traditional ruler, that all of them, they have a role to play if we want to have a stable, at least a peace in this country. That's my point. So I will not say that there's nothing Obi can do. There's something he can do. Even if it is just to let people aware their own responsibility, their own parts to be played. Governors should know his own responsibility. Okay, look at this Ibadan Express Road. Before we do Christmas, you will hear they kidnap. Yeah. Tomorrow, they kidnap. But when they rise up and they want to tackle that place, since when have you heard any issue of kidnapping there? Yeah. They cannot, because before you walk some kilometers, you see police, you see soldier with a gun. If you mess up, they kill you. That does it. So I've told you that insecurity in this country, there are so many things that's attached to it.
Which means we need a total overhauling of the
architecture in this country. Wow. And you have to that's why I say I pity Obi. Because now Obi want to rule us, and his own challenge will start from his own house. Obi want to sit down as a president, and people that he will be dealing with is his own people. So how will Obi be able to close his eyes? Will Obi be able to do like Obasanjo?
Especially with the agitation for Biafra.
That's what I'm saying. Will Obi be able to close his eyes like Obasanjo close his eyes and deal with OPC? Shoot aside. Who born monkey? Shoot them. Kill them for me. I can stand. Kill them with my own name. Yes. Will Obi be able to, except Obi is ready to do that kind of a thing. I'm telling you, if it is matter of calling them, let's bargain with them, you will not see the answer. It is issue of let's bargain, let's talk, let's discuss, that make the insecurity in the north, that make it go far. Okay, if they want to deal with insecurity properly in this country, somebody like Sheikh Gumi should have been arrested, put to somewhere. That's the truth of the matter. Somebody like say Gumi
that knows the hideout.
That knows the hideout. When the kidnap, he will always support the kidnapper. Why? Why has he not been arrested?
And he would always go there to negotiate.
And he always go there to negotiate the dialogue with them. So what are we talking about? Somebody that native and you know him and you don't expose him. And so that's why I'm telling you that I will not say that there is nothing Obi cannot do. If he's ready to do it, he will do it. Some people may want to fuck him up, but to some extent we will see that insecurity is not something that is easy to battle everywhere around the world.
Now, before we go, I will want us to touch an issue that took place in Lagos State. That's Ojota, precisely.
Okay.
At the Ganifa Eme Park. These are Yoruba agitators. Came out, to express their.
Let me tell you, First of all, I want to the people that lost their family.
Sympathize with them,
sympathize with them. Yeah. It's a father to somebody, husband to somebody, at least son to somebody. It's very, very unfortunate. But if I were them, I wouldn't have joined them to that kind of a thing at this moment.
At this moment.
Let me tell you, at this moment, it's very wrong.
Consider the fact that I think last year, I think it was last year.
That, I wouldn't join them more, especially in Lagos State. Okay. Maybe if I have done that one in Ibadan, who cares? But in Lagos State, they say don't come to Lagos State. Especially in Lagos. Remember, did you and you refuse to listen? No, now let me tell you, they killed two of them. The following day, the only thing we just hear is about the day they killed them, the news carry it. The following day, maybe we hear the news. Do you hear anything about it again?
Some policemen who also sustained injuries. About two to three policemen as well.
Two policemen, just come and go and nothing happened, and you just waste your life like that. And look at the organization. You say you want to come out on their behalf. Now it's almost a scattered group. Baba Banji Akintoye, he said step aside. Another person, Kineka Adeniran from Osun State, come in, come out. I don't know who is their leader now. The accusation is that they were embezzling money, and that one is it's not surprised. I'm not surprised that something like that happened. It's not a surprise. I'm not surprised about that one.
But Femi, does it mean we don't have that right to self-determination?
Because
it's lawful under the Constitution.
What really happened is this. I've asked a lawyer that, is it wrong to agitate for self-determination, self-ruling? He said it's not wrong. But what actually wrong is the approach. How do you go about it?
How did they go about it in the first place?
The approach. What are the things that you are doing to achieve that thing that is against the law? Okay, for instance now, government said that we don't want, before you do rally or you want to protest, you first of all write letter to police that you want to do, maybe you want to protest to. It is so that's why it's very difficult. It is them that will allow you to do that thing. And if they say no and you do any protest, that is illegal. They will say you want to cause public menace or whatever. And before you call Jack Robinson, they will kill you. And we are in a country that all this rule of law you are talking about is not. I don't even really see it there. So if you want to do something like that, you have to use your senses. You have to use your senses. These people that are out there, they don't want to hear any crime like this. I don't know how many blood you want to waste before you get this self-determination or whatever.
Get to the country. You're clamoring for.
Yes, you look at place where you're coming from. Anybody that come out in Biafra land and say, I want Biafra, are we even respecting more than anybody that come out in Yoruba land and say, we want Yoruba nation? Why? How many people want Yoruba nation in this Yoruba land? No, me, I don't want Yoruba nation. Yes?
You don't want Yoruba nation?
Yes. Our highlights, how many of them talk about Yoruba nation? Our professors, how many of them are talking about Yoruba nation? Our politicians, how many of them are talking about Yoruba nation? What we are talking about now is 2023 election between Tinubu and Atiku. That's what concerns us now.
Is it because they are also eating from the national cake?
Some are hit, some are not. Some are hit and some are not. Some that are not eating from national. Let me tell you, all of them they are eating from. Whether you call it something national cake or diaspora cake. Some of the people from Odua, they are also eating diaspora cake. They are sending cake from abroad and they are eating the cake. So the problem is that what really happened about Ilana Odua is not something that surprised me, because when you even say you want an organization, it is you that want that organization. You can determine, okay, this is my objective. Some other people that you bring it, they have another objective apart from your own objective. So that's the problem.
Now, what do you think the government can do, to resolve these issues? Biafra, Yoruba nation. We are approaching February 25.
What really happened is this. This Nigeria constitution.
Is it too late?
It's not too late,
to have a roundtable discussion with them.
It's not too late. It's not too late at all. My belief is that let's calm down. Let's sit down and That 1999 constitution cannot take us to anywhere. The system we are using in Nigeria cannot work. It doesn't make sense that you come to my land, you took my whole resources, you take it up there. I will now be running to you to go and collect what actually belongs to me. I don't know, maybe how the table turned, because what we were told before that was that during Awolowo, from your own region, you generate your own income, you spend it, you contribute 30% to the central government. That's how I think it should work. But now, federal government will come, they tap the resources, they carry it to Abuja. That power in Abuja is too much. Unless we are able to go back to that system where each state will manage their own resources and they will pay quotas to the central government. So if you want to attack me, attack your governor. It's your governor, so it's the governor that people should be responsible. It should be responsible. So it's not the case of we have zero allocation and federal government don't give us allocation. What about the money you are making in our home state? This is the amount you contribute to federal government. What happened to the remaining one? By that time, Delta State will be tapping its own, will be extracting its own crude oil. The same way, Bayelsa. So if Lagos State need money, you want to borrow money, we go to Bayelsa State. Please borrow us money. Kano State, they will also look at their own resources and they will tap from it. I think that's how it's supposed to work. Anything less than that, and no region should be discriminated against or what do they marginalize? The word marginalize.
We really need to go now, and I really appreciate you for coming on board. Thank you so much for coming. All right, and on this note, we'll say goodbye to you on today's edition of Political Matters. Join us next time on the same platform. Michael Adekunle remains my name. You can join us on our social media and just display it on your screen. Goodbye.